Okay, so I'm going to talk about an inconvenient pregnancy symptom that just about like every pregnant woman has to go through and experience. But I'm not talking about morning sickness either, because not everyone experiences that, although that is also pesky. I'm talking about like the gas and the bloating, which is just awful and no one wants to talk about, but it is a really big problem for pregnant women, because when we are pregnant, our hormones increase, and like especially the progesterone, and it slows down our digestive system so that our baby, it gives our digestive tract more time for it to actually properly absorb all the nutrients from our food so that it can be provided to our baby. But the problem is with that slowing down of the process, it can cause a lot of, well, either just gas in general, whether it be from the mouth or from the rear end. But there are certain things that you can do to help with this, and that is eating smaller meals during the day and making sure you're like thoroughly chewing your food. They recommend also, if you don't drink a lot while you're eating, like if you just drink more or less in between your meals, but just focus on eating while you're eating, so that'll take a lot of the air out of your system. Not chewing gum or hard candy, because that forces a lot of air. No like fizzy drinks and soda and pop and things like that. Also, elevating your legs can help with the digestive process. And let's see, what else? Try your hardest not to eat like a heavy meal before bedtime. I know it seems like right before bedtime, that's when I just get like the biggest cravings and I just have to eat something right before I go to bed, but that can just cause a lot of discomfort, and obviously when you're sleeping, your food's not really digesting very fast either. So they want you to try to not eat like 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, to just kind of give yourself a good time in between that and sleep time, so your food can digest and it won't cause you so much discomfort. Exercising is also a good way to help get things moving and going and help with the digestive process. The problem is that a lot of foods that are actually really, really good for you, especially when you're pregnant, can cause a ton of gas, and so trying to limit those foods can also really just limit the nutrition that your baby's receiving. So I think it's something that you and your partner just kind of have to live with and learn to deal with the best way that you can. But I think changing your diet's going to do probably less good for your baby, maybe more good for you and your tummy, and maybe your partner, because he'll probably be happier with the less stinky version of you. But it's just going to affect your baby. So in the long run, your partner just needs to suck it up and just deal with it. Because, I mean, it's for your child. So your child's receiving the nutrients, and that's what's the important thing. So I think in the long run, you should just try and exercise more and elevate your legs and just really chew your food thoroughly. I mean, other than that, just kind of go with it. It's kind of expected. I know there are plenty of soldiers here that are female and they are pregnant, and they're not ashamed to just fart in public. So I think it's something that the men just kind of have to bear for the time being. But just think, yes, you've got 40 weeks of this bloating and gassiness, but you get a really pretty baby in the end, so it's all worth it, right?